Every year, billions of dollars worth of perfectly good items are thrown away. Over the past year, while furnishing our apartment, I've saved over $1,000 by finding items that others had discarded. Today, I'm sharing 10 of my favorite dumpster dive discoveries. Plus, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to share a thrift store gem that would have cost me $129 if I would have gotten it brand new. Hi, I'm Sophie, and dumpster diving has been a great way for me to furnish my apartment, save some money, and save some resources. Over the past year, I've found some amazing items that would have cost hundreds of dollars if I bought them brand new. But before we dive into the finds, let's talk about the stigma with dumpster diving. A lot of people think it's just gross or desperate, but for some, it's a necessity to make ends meet, and for others, it's a way to embrace sustainability and to reduce waste. For me, it's been a mix of saving money and giving a use to perfectly good items. Plus, it's shocking how much you can save while also helping the environment. So let's start off with the first time I went dumpster diving. Now, I wasn't actually crawling into dumpsters, but I was still definitely embarrassed. The first thing I found was a set of plastic storage containers that were sitting by the dumpsters at my apartment. They were in perfect condition, so I waited until no one was around, and I grabbed them up quick and ran back to my apartment. I gave them a good clean, looked them up online, and realized they saved $30. That was the start of my dumpster diving journey. That's when I realized how similar it is to buying from a thrift store, Facebook Marketplace, or even just getting hand-me-downs. Now, dumpster diving has been a regular part of my life. I've saved money, helped reduce waste, and found items that make my home feel much more personal. If you're thinking about trying it, don't let the stigma stop you. Whether you're doing it out of necessity or for sustainability, it's a smart way to save. Just remember to follow some basic safety tips like cleaning your finds, checking local laws, and sticking to safe areas. So let's get into the fun part, my top 10 finds that have saved me over $1,000. First up is this glass patio table that was just sitting by my dumpster at our apartment complex. It was covered in dust, but after I gave it a quick clean, I realized it didn't have any cracks or chips. We didn't have a table for our apartment yet, so this was perfect for sitting outside. It not only gave us a place to eat outdoors, but it also made our patio feel much more welcoming. I looked it up online and was surprised to see that similar tables retail for about $100. This cute little potted fake plant was another great find. It looks like maybe someone was moving or just redecorating, but either way, they decided to leave it behind. All it needed was a quick cleaning, and it's been a great addition to our patio. It's nice I don't have to worry about it dying, since I don't have the best green thumb, though I am trying to learn, but it just makes coming home to our apartment feel a little bit more welcoming, and I'd say it's worth at least a few dollars. Having this little stepping stool has been so helpful for storing spot cleaner, car supplies, and a few other miscellaneous items. It's great keeping it off the ground, especially since a little bit of water can seep in at the bottom of our storage closet. By elevating it, it keeps it a little bit cleaner and also less exposed to some dirt and different bugs. It's a great reminder to see if something can be cleaned or repurposed instead of just buying something new. I've seen similar ones selling for about $15 online. Next up, these Heart and Hearth coat hooks were another great find. They've added so much character to my entryway, and they've helped to keep my space organized. Not only are they beautiful, but they're also functional and way sturdier than command strips that I used to use. Since we don't have a designated entryway or an entryway closet, it's been super functional to have these hooks, and it's nice that they're also beautiful. When I found them, they were sitting by the dumpster in brand new packaging, and when I looked them up online, they would cost about $30 brand new from Target. I found these lamps in perfect working condition, and while they're not the most beautiful and they do have some cracks and a few different imperfections, they're still completely functional. They've been a great addition to our home, especially since we are really needing some ambient lighting. After months of patience and searching, I finally came across them about a month ago. If purchased new, a pair would cost about $50 total. This antique chair has been a great addition to our space. The wood tone makes it feel really warm and cozy, and it's really nice to have on hand whenever we have guests over or if we need any extra seating space. The mix of both function and charm make it a unique addition to our space. I looked online and one like this recently sold for $120. These tiles were left over from a renovation project and were just sitting by our dumpster. We had this old piece of furniture we had gotten from the thrift store, and although it was functional to store some of our kitchen items, it was kind of ugly, so I decided it would be worth a shot to break up the tiles, and I super glued them on to look like a mosaic. It's not perfect, but that's kind of the fun of it. It's nice to have something in our space that we DIY'd ourselves, and it has a little bit of that personality and character to it. Similar tiles online sell for about $13 a piece, but I got 2 for free. I found a couple different sizes of these metal organizing bins all stacked together by our dumpster. They've been really nice for organizing a variety of things, from tools and miscellaneous items to clothing, kitchen supplies, and even my shorts. Online, the small bins retail for about $8 a piece and the large ones are $12 a piece. I was lucky enough to grab 3 large and 3 small bins from the dumpster, which would have cost me about $60 if I would have bought them brand new. They've really helped with organizing our home and keeping everything nice and neat and easily accessible. This bench was another great find. It's been perfect to raise up my partner's clothing items, so they're a little bit more accessible in his closet. And it's nice to know that if we ever need to use it as a bench or extra seating, we also have that available. It also serves as extra storage space, which is nice because our apartment is pretty limited on storage. Similar ones online retail for about $100 brand new. And finally, these drawers have been incredibly useful for storing my partner's clothing. They remind me of my very first dumpster dive and of how much of a relief it is to not have to constantly be buying brand new items, especially since we've moved so often. These drawers have been perfect for our needs without having to go out and buy a brand new dresser, and they offer the much needed folding and drawer space that we need without contributing to unnecessary consumption. And now for my bonus find. It's this beautiful bowl. I didn't find it dumpster diving, but I did snag it up at a local thrift store for just a few dollars. It's a fancy organic silver bowl, and when I looked it up online, I saw it was originally priced for $129. It's still one of my favorite pieces, and it reminds me that there's always hidden gems out there if you're willing to look around and be a little bit patient. Dumpster finds aren't just about saving money, they're also about sustainability, being creative, and just finding the value in things that are already out there. With so much available, I don't feel the need to always go out and purchase something brand new. Instead, I try and focus on finding perfectly good items that can be given a second life, reducing waste, and saving money in the process. These 10 finds have saved me over $1,000, but they've also just made my home feel so much more unique and personal. I hope this video inspires you to maybe think a little bit differently about all the things that we throw away and consider all of that hidden value that's already out there. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite find was, or if you've ever tried dumpster diving before. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And if you're curious about 10 things I've had for over a decade, check out my last video. Bye!